Dublin 704, hello, who's there?
Hello.
Hey, it's Ed. How you doing?
Ed! You rang!
Yeah, I got your number from a friend.
Well, listen, thanks for ringing. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a little bit bleary-eyed this morning. I got to be honest. How are you guys?
Good. You keep popping up at all the different establishments. Sandy Cove, Grafton Street.
Yeah, mate. I'm trying to catch up on 4 years of not being here.
It's kind of weird because a couple of days ago we spoke to a guy called Cormac, whose local pub was the pub in Sandy Cove. So he phones in the show. He was just listening to us talking about you, and he was there. And now you've heard us talking about you, and you're after phoning in. It's kind of weird.
What was he saying?
He said you were very nice.
Said you were sound, yeah. Said you seemed like a normal enough guy, just wandering around the pub, and people were leaving you to it, pretty much.
Did he say I poured a good pint of Guinness?
He did.
That was the chat on the day as whether it was
now
right or not.
That was bang on. Yeah.
We did say you have your own little establishment at home, so you probably have practice.
Yeah, and Guinness is actually on tap there, so I am trying to perfect it.
How are your lines?
It doesn't taste as good though. There is something about Dublin Guinness.
Yeah, because we order more of it. You otherwise get fuzzy lines. You don't want fuzzy lines, Ed.
Yeah, exactly. No one ever does. Now you're going to have to be a good boy and be sensible now and rest up ahead of the weekend. Is that the plan?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually being way more sensible anyway over the last 2 years. Being a dad, because you can't really be on point at 6 o'clock in the morning if you've been up till 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm being very sensible. There's not really been a night where I've gone to bed after midnight in a long time. Okay,
because there's been a few weeks. You got Thomond Park, 5th of May, 6th of May, Park Queeve next week, Thursday and Friday, 28th, 29th. Crow Park 2 dates this weekend. That's a lot of gigging.
Yeah, I'm sorry to all the Munster fans who have their game moved, but it wasn't me. It was the stadium that booked it. So
they'll get over it. Come here, Ed. When you went into Whelan's and you performed the other night, did you remember a younger self going in there to see Damien Rice all those years ago?
Yeah, it's weird because I was kind of looking at. I mean, I've obviously played Whelan's a couple of times since I first went, but it's kind of weird being on stage and looking down because I remember being, I obviously was tiny, but I remember looking up and the stage being super high. And then when you're on stage, you're like, oh, it's like 3 foot off the ground. Yeah. It's like, so yeah, it's and obviously at the time, it was like I felt like I was in the Three Arena again because you were tiny and I'd never really been to that many shows. So it's really fun to play it, and it's fun to sort of look out in the crowd and remember being a tiny kid watching.
When you do go back to that very first time, like, were you so small that you were on a parent's shoulders, or like how old were you?
No, well, it was an under. What I loved about it is it was an under-18s gig, so adults weren't allowed in unless they were accompanied by a child. So I went with my cousin Laura, and our dads, like my uncle and my dad, they both waited outside.
Wow.
They weren't allowed in.
Wow. Do you? I presume that you are involved with all your support acts and who supports you, because hats off on your choices. Denise Chyla is absolute legend, and Maisie Peters, of course.
Thank you. Yeah, I was played Denise by Priscilla that runs Warner. Has been telling me about her for years, and I actually met God knows with he played my cousin's wedding back in 2014, so I met him all the way back then. So I've been sort of aware of the scene that's been growing in Limerick, and it's like super exciting. But Denise is just like, she's out of this world, man, and I'm so grateful for her to be. I mean, I met her yesterday for the first time at Vicar Street, but I'm so grateful that she's coming to do these shows, and she's just super talented, and it's just very exciting, the music that's coming out of Ireland at the moment.
So will you feel a bit nervous going on stage at Crow Park, or does it just feel like you were born to do it? Not your first time there, of course.
Well, I mean, it's my first time there in 7 years, so like it's been a while, 7? And like I haven't played. Yeah, I played Crow Park 2015 in July, and I haven't been there since. We played Phoenix Park last time, so it's been a while, and it's been a almost 3 years since I played a big show. Like, I've only really done these warm-ups, and I played a couple of church gigs last year for my album coming out. But I am super, super nervous. I've never played a show in the round. I've never played these new songs on a stage to 80,000 people or whatever. But I'm prepped for it. Like, I've done like 2 weeks of production rehearsals with the stage. I've done, the best part of like 12 warm-up gigs with different elements of the show. So I feel ready for it, but I'm still nervous for it.
Have you got one thing you'd love everyone to do who's going, and one thing you'd love everyone not to do if they're going?
I think just be respectful to the people around you and be kind. I find that sometimes gigs are basically a communal thing, and it shouldn't be a thing of like going there and being like, well, it's my thing and it's my night out, and it should be everyone enjoying it together. So I hope if people go there, it's a big communal sing along and everyone has fun with everyone.
I think that I think we've interviewed you every single time you've played Dublin. So I think you've touched your lucky charm now.
The Strawberry Alarm
Clock.
The gigs
will go
charm.
well now.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, and I remember years ago when you first came and you were asking somebody, I think in the car, what size venue is that? That's Croke Park. Okay. What's the capacity? What's the Aviva? Okay. And you've done them all now.
I've actually, I've never done Aviva. I've never done Aviva, but it's not been that long that I've been playing big shows. So I mean, my first big show in Ireland was Croke, and then my second was Phoenix Park, and now I'm coming back to Croke, and I'm. Croke is not. You guys know it's not a given to have concerts there.
Yeah.
It's very much. You have to put your name down well in advance. And I feel grateful to be able to do it this time. It's a really, really special venue for Ireland, and I don't take that lightly. I'm really excited to get back there.
Would you buy a house here after being here for so long?
I've said this before, but if I had a house in Ireland, I wouldn't tell anyone I had a house in Ireland.
Yeah, that's the clever thing. It's a smart move.
Just a Lego one. Okay, Ed,
but,
good luck.
But yeah, I do love it here.
Good luck ahead of the shows. It is weird, as Jim's saying, we kind of feel part of your journey, your Dublin leg of the journey of whatever your journey is anyway.
Thank you, and thank you for always being the lucky charm. And I hope you guys have a
if we do say so
ourselves.
yeah. Do you know who I am? I'm Ed Sheeran's lucky charm. Yeah.
Stay away from the pubs for a few days.
Well, I mean, it seems to be you are right. I mean, it hasn't failed yet. Although I always had the when I first came to play in Dublin. I mean, right up to when was the last time that I did it? Like the 3 Arena 2013, I remember. But it's the same with Australia. I land in Ireland. And I land in Australia, and I get so excited to be there that the first 3 days I'm there, I go on like a 3-day bender, and then by the first gig, my voice is gone. So like the first, I remember like 2011, 2012, 2013. Whenever I come to Ireland, my voice would always be like wrecked by the time that because I would basically go have a sesh, end up in a pub, do a sing along for like 4 hours, and then like the next day do the same thing, and then end up doing the show. So I'm being way more sensible this time.
If you don't mind me saying so, I hear what you're saying, because when you first called in there, I was like, this isn't Ed. I was like, who is this dude?
Oh right, no, but no, I'm being sensible. I just played. I played for like 2.5 hours yesterday and about 2.5 hours the night before. So my voice is a little bit croaky, but I've got 2 days off basically. This is why I do the warm-up shows, so I lose my voice before get it back, and then it's stronger.
Okay. Well, listen, great to talk to you as usual.
Yes.
Nice one, guys. Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Wicked. In a bit.
Take care.
Cheers,
Good luck.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.